Hello and welcome to Quick Tips, the WordPress video series. In this video, I'm going to install a free WordPress contact form plugin. The name of the plugin is Formidable Forms. This plugin has free as well as the premium version. However, in this video, I'm going to install only the free version of this plugin and I'll show you how you can create a contact form using the free Formidable Forms plugin. Let me show you the pricing of this plugin. This plugin has 4 different plans: Basic, Plus, Business and Elite. The pricing of basic plan is $39.50 per year and you can use it on one website. You will get 65 plus form templates, file upload, multi-page forms, repeaters, and all these features are available in the basic plan. In this video, I'm not going to work on the paid plugin. I'm going to work on only the free plugin. So let's go to the dashboard of the WordPress website. Go to plugins and click on add new plugin. Here search for Formidable Forms. And this is the plugin Formidable Forms, contact form, plugin, survey, quiz, payment calculator form, and custom form builder. You can see that it has been installed on more than 300,000 websites. So let's click on install now. Click on activate. In previous videos, I have shown you how to use different contact form plugins. For example, Forminator, WP Form, Ninja Form, Gravity Form, Made Form, Elementor Pro Contact Form, the WP Forms. If you want to watch those videos, I'll give you the links in the description box. So the plugin is installed. In the left hand panel, you will see the option Formidable. Click on it. All right, so this is a setup wizard. So we will not go through the setup wizard. It will ask you to create an account. So let's go to dashboard. And we are on the dashboard. Right in the left hand panel, you will see the option global settings. Let's go to the global settings. Again, you will see the general settings, license key, the load form styling. Default email address is nothing but your WordPress email address. You can change that email address. And this is the default currency of your website. You can change the currency from here. Here you will see message default. So these are the default messages. Failed duplicate entry. This is the message. Blank field. This is the message. So if you want to change these default messages, this is where you can change the messages. If someone fills up the incorrect field, then this will be the message shown on the contact form. Next to that, we have permissions who can use these contact forms. So as of now, the permission is set for administrator only. If you want to set the permission for editor, you can check that box and the form will be available for the editor on your website. Who can delete the form? Administrator only. So this is where you can manage the permissions. Custom CSS. If you have any custom CSS, you can add the custom CSS here. Manage styles. So currently it is set to Formidable style. Next to that, we have captcha. If you want to add a reCAPTCHA on your website, you can enter the site key and the secret key here, and the reCAPTCHA will be enabled on your contact forms. To get the site keys, you can go to Google reCAPTCHA site, and from there you can get these keys. Other options are 𝗟𝗞𝗘 and turnstile. So similarly, you will need to get the site keys and the secret key for these options also. Then we have white labeling, which is available for the Pro. Inbox is also available for Pro. Stripe payment gateway is available in the free plugin. So if you want to enable payment gateways on your contact form, you can enable the Stripe. You need to connect your Stripe account here. Next to that, we have add-ons, and these are the add-ons that you can use. For that, you will need Formidable Forms Pro plugin. You will see this Formidable Forms Pro plugin. The pricing I have already shown you, and these are the add-ons: Digital Signature, Paper Standard, Bootstrap, Twilio, Aweber, WP Multilingual, MailChimp. So all these add-ons are available. According to your pricing plan, you can get access to these add-ons. All right, now let's go back to dashboard. Then we have forms. Let's go to forms, and there is one form already created. Contact us. Let's go to edit section and we will see how this form is. So on this form, we have first name, last name, email, subject and message. This is the standard contact form which is already available in the free version. Then we have style settings here. Then settings. These are the form settings. So we will go through all these settings one by one. Let's close it and we will create a new form. Here you will see an option, new form. Click on it. Now when you try to create a new form, you can use a blank form and you can add the fields manually, or you can use the pre-designed templates. You will see there are 319 pre-designed templates that you can use. Some of them are for free and some of them are the part of pro plugins. Let's see which templates are available in the free. Click on free template. You will see contact us, suggestion, employee referral, a vendor contact form, New Year's party, RSVP, parent consent, request of code. If you want to see how does this look, you can simply click on a view demo and it will show you the demo of that particular form. This is how the demo form will look. Request a code form, name, business, email, phone, and request. Now if you want to use this form, you can simply click on use template. Now it will ask you to enter your email address and it is going to send a code on your email address that you need to use to get these templates. So you can add your email address and get code, and after that you can use these pre-designed templates. All right, let's go back. Click on add new and create a blank form. Click on it. All right, so this is a blank form and we will add the fields manually. So let's start with the first name. For that we are going to use text. Click on it, drag it and drop it here. Text field is added. Now click on the field and you will see the field options here. Let's name it as first name. So this is the name of the field and let's make it required. Here you will see CSS layout classes. Click on the icon and you will see the layout that you want for this field. So I want it half width. So I have selected half width. Then we have advanced. In the advanced we have default value and placeholder. Let's use placeholder first name. And this is the field description. If you want to add description, you can add the description. This is field size, what percentage or pixel you want for this field size, maximum characters. If you want to limit the characters, you can add the maximum character number here. Then we have format. Under format, you can use the format numeric, alphanumeric or alphabetical. Then we have required field indicator. Label position will be default at the top. And this is the field key and field type is text. Validation message, this is the validation message. If you want to change it, you can change it. Conditional logic is not available for the free. Let's go to add fields again and drag and drop another text field. Click on it and change the name. Let's make it last name. Let's make it required and again half the width. All right, now let's drag it. You will see a move field option here. Click on it, drag it and drop it here. So these two fields will be in the same line. All right, so we have got two different fields here. Go to advanced. Let's use the placeholder last name. And this is the format, leave it as it is. Let's make it required also. Let's go to fields again and get the email field. Drag it and drop it here. Click on it. Email field is already there. Let's make it required and let's leave it as it is, full width. Under advanced, if you want to add placeholder, you can add the placeholder. Validation message. All right, so I'm not going to make any changes here. Go to add field again and use phone number. So the phone number is also added. Click on it. Let's make it required. Format will be none, international or custom. You can use international, that is available for the pro only. Custom is also there. So I'm going to select none and let's leave it as it is, full width. Let's go to add field and let's use a drop down here. Drag it and drop it here. Click on it and the label will be, let's say, service required. Make it required option. Layout will be full width and these are the options. Let's add some options here. Let's add another option. All right, so I have added 4 different options in a drop down box and I have made this as default. You can change the default option. Go to advanced. All right, the type is drop down. This is the field validation message. Click on submit button. This is the submit button. You can change the title of the submit button. This is the layout, advanced, submit. All right, so there is nothing much to change here. All right, let's click on save. So the form is saved and let's name it as sample form 1. Click save. So this is the name of the form. All right, now let's go to style settings here. and you will see some different style settings for the form. By default, it is using the default style, and you will see some other styles here. If you are using DV theme, you can use the DV theme style, sleek and smooth. These style settings are available for the Pro version only. You will see a lock here, so these are not available in the free version. However, you can change the style setting for all the contact forms under settings. I'll show you how to change the style settings later. Let's go to settings here, and these are the basic settings of the contact form. This is the name, this is the form key, and this is the form description. Show the form title. If you want to show the form title, you can show the title. If you want to show the description, you can show it. Otherwise, you can uncheck these boxes and it will not be shown on the contact form. Do not store entries submitted from this form. If you do not want entries, you can check this box. Use honeypot to check entries for spam. All right. Next option is form permission, which is not available for the free one. Form scheduling is also not available. Buttons, you can use the buttons here, slide horizontally or slide vertically. Form landing page, conversational forms. So all these options are available for the Pro version. Let's go to actions and notifications. Now under actions and notification, you will see these options: confirmation, send email. This is not for free, I guess. Collect a payment. All right, we have Stripe option, so it is going to use the Stripe option to collect the payment. So we have two different options here, confirmation and send email. You will see it here. Click on confirmation. So whenever someone fills up the form, it is going to show the confirmation that the form is submitted. And there are three different options: show message, redirect to URL, or show page content. So right now it is set to show message, and whenever someone fills up the form, it will show this message. If you want to change it, you can change it. The other option is a redirect to URL. You can enter a URL here, and after submitting the form, it will redirect the user to that particular URL. Next option is show page content. From the drop down, you can select the page content that you want to show after submitting the form. All right, so I'm going to change it to show message and show the form with the confirmation message. Next option is send email. When someone fills up the form, it is going to send an email to the admin, so that admin will receive all the information. The action name is send email, entry is created, and this is the admin email, your email address, the site owner's email address. The form name is your site name and admin email. Here you can enter the subject, sample form data or entry, something like that. And this is the default message. It will show all the fields. If you want to add the information, you can add it here. Let's say first name, click on this one and it will add the first name here, last name. So it will show the user's first name, last name, email. All right, so for the email, click on it. For the phone, click on it, and services. So it is going to send all the data through this email. And you can also see the entries on the dashboard. Here you will see attachment, which is not available for the free, conditional logic and setup automation. Click on update. Let's go to entries, and these are the entries. Views, it is available for the Pro, and this is also available for the Pro. All right, now let's go back to forms. So we have one form here. Here you will see an option styles. Go to styles, and you will see some styles that you can change. Okay, now let's see, this is how the form looks currently. This is the background. Let's change the background color here. Let's make it light yellow. All right, so this is the background color. Now let's add some padding. Let's make it 15 pixel all four sides. And you will see a padding is added. You can also add border, and let's change the color of the border, and you will see a border added here. The direction is left to right. The form title, from here you can change the color settings of the form title, the form description, field label. So this is the field label. You can change the size. Let's make it 17 pixel, and you will see the change here. Then required indicator. So this is the required indicator. Field description, these are the settings for the field description. Field colors, this is the field color. If you want to change the background color, you can change the background color for the field. Alright, so this is how it works. So you can use this option to change the style settings of your contact form. So these are the global settings. It will be applied to all the forms. Click update and let's close this one. Alright, now we have got one contact form. Now let's see how we can use it. Here you will see the option code. Click on it and you can create a new code, select existing page and embed your form on the existing page or insert manually. So you can use the short code. You will see the short code option here. So I'm going to copy the short code and I'm going to use the short code. Close it. Let's go to pages here. I'm using a sample website here, and on this sample page I'm using the default Gutenberg. Click on the edit section. Let's click on the plus sign and search for form. You will see the option here, Formidable Forms. Click on it and from the drop down you can select the form and you will see the form here. Click update. Now if you are using any third-party page builder such as Elementor or 𝗟𝗞𝗘 or GV Builder, you can use the shortcode. You can add that shortcode on any page of your website and it will show the form on that page. So let's go to page and let's see how does this look. So this is how the form will look. Let's fill up the form and see how does this work. Alright, so I have filled up the form. Click on submit and you will see the success message here. Now let's go back to dashboard, go to Formidable, go to entries and you will see one entry is already there. Click on view and it will show the information of that particular entry. So you can create multiple forms and you can use those forms on your WordPress website. If you want more features, you can go for the Pro plugin also. So this is how you can use the free Formidable Forms plugin on a WordPress website. That's it for now. See you in the next video.
Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to get more quick tips about online softwares and tools. If you have any questions, please leave us message in comments section and press the like button if you like the video. Thanks for watching Quick Tips.